Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. This is for weeklies for fire, which includes Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for December 22nd to 28th, 2019. Happy Christmas if you follow Christmas. And let's just hop into it. And the first card I pulled was Trust. And I probably have pulled this card before, but right now that's a huge thing that we're dealing with right in our life. And when I'm doing readings for people, this comes up a lot. And the person you trust is yourself. Once you trust yourself, then you can easily trust others. Well, more so you trust the universe, you don't trust others. And that's a minor distinction, but it is a distinction, because when you trust yourself, then you know you can trust the universe, and the universe should put in place people for you that are trustworthy. All right, so the first base card is a really positive card. It's the Sun card. And for me, the Sun card is a highly spiritual card, because joy in its truest form is spiritual. And I've said this over and over again. If you're in a spiritual community that is not joyful, it's not truly spiritual. It is part and parcel with spirituality, because the basis of the universe is we live in a world of love, pure love. Anything else is illusion. So when you're in true spirituality, you're in joy. Okay, what covers it for this week? It's the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is a card of courage. So that makes it not quite such a great idea. But it's the Two of Swords is going forward, not knowing where you're going to go, not knowing how you're going to get there, just knowing that you're going to make it there. But it's also you going forward in balance. And that is huge. Right now, being in balance, being grounded is very huge, big. So courage, go forward. And what's behind us? Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, even though it's behind us, is the wish card. So make a wish. So there has been some good things happening for you in the past couple of days. I do know the energy has been quite owly, to be polite about it. But there's some being real good things that come out of it. So be happy. But make a wish. It's still in the cards. And what's just below us? The Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is the master craftsman working at his craft. Basically, what that's saying is that you are becoming a master craftsman at living life, at spirituality. And that is, without a doubt, most important. Does that mean we fall down and have temper tantrums? Yeah, of course we do. We're human. But we get up, we go forward. We go forward with courage, and we regain our balance. What's coming up next? Just the Five of Swords. It's basically the Five of Swords is telling us through all the ups and downs and the turnarounds and the twists that we've been dealing with, we've developed tools on how to deal with it. And that is of extreme importance. And so know that you have the tools, you have the skills, and this is knowing you have the skills. This is working with the skills. All right, so there's a slight difference. What's coming up next? It's the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, we get that a lot, I've noticed, in these weeklies. And you'll notice that's the second major arcana. So as per usual, this is a very important week. So the High Priestess is telling me that all the people who are watching this, all the people who are interested in this, They have developed a great deal. They're at a place where they can see things that other people cannot see. They can see the twists and turns for what they are, and they're learning. They've learned to not always work with them, but come back from them. They've taken the tools and they learn to balance things out. And as I said, Major Arcana makes it a more heavy month or week. We have the Moon card, and the Moon card is what will support us through this week. And the Moon card, of course, is the subconscious. And the subconscious is still coming up for you to look at and release. You have the tools, you have the ability, you have everything that's necessary. And that makes it a lot easier. Again, Major Arcana, and we get this every week for every of the four seasons, for earth, water, air, etc. The wheel of time. That means that things are moving again up to another level. We have, and this also seems to be a card that comes always with the Wheel of Fortune, is the Queen of Wands. And that is, again, a cycle coming to an end. But cycle comes to an end, a new one begins. So both this is the end of a cycle moving up an energetic level. This, too, means the same thing. So it's sort of a double whammy. So people who are expecting or realize what's happening, hang on to your seats, because it's always a little bit more fun going through an elevation. But trust, and what will happen, and this is a very important ending to this energy. What will happen is you will shine. And allow yourself to shine. If you trust the universe, when the universe says, go ahead and shine, don't hide. Don't say, no, can't do that. That's not proper. It is proper. If it's the truth, it's proper. If it's not the truth, then you don't need to shine. But if you are worthy of it, then shine. You don't know who you're helping by that shine. Maybe you don't feel that it's the right thing to show off your abilities. And that's not grandstanding. That's just being definitely who you are. But allowing yourself to be you, that you have every right to do that. And who will you help? You have no idea. It might be some Joe Blow in the street who looks at your smile and goes, wow, that made my day. So shine. Okay, so my water is fixed. My floor, I need a new one, but that's all right. It's this very tiny room. So we will do that probably over the holidays.
No boudoir questions.
Again, no more boudoir questions.
We will not answer them.
I won't answer them anymore. I won't even attempt to. Please try and vary your questions a little bit. Answering the same questions over and over again. Honestly, I'm getting to the place where, do I really want to do these interactives?
Burnt out.
And it's burning me out. So please think about your questions. Ask questions that actually will help you. And asking the question over and over again, does Joe like me? Or what's he thinking about me? It's not going to change that fast from 1 hour to the next quite often. Okay? Questions I do like are, what do my guides want me to know? And can you talk to somebody? But honestly, and this probably hurts some people's feelings, if you have to ask what the guy feels about you, you probably know the answer and you don't really want to know the truth. Okay? So I will stop at an hour from when we started. So that gives us 40 minutes. And as I said, I can't go on for an hour and a half just answering questions. I am starting to burn out, and I am starting to get to the place where I go, this is not as much fun as it was. So we will stop exactly in 40 minutes because I already spent. Well, I guess that's 50 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in 50 minutes. And I guess we're going to start out with Abby Roberts.
There's no question that comes with the super chat. So, Abby Roberts, if you do have a question, let us know. But until then, thank you for the super chat.
Yes, thank you very much. We do ask if you use the super chat, you put the questions with the super chat. Otherwise,
or at least tell us that the question is coming because it's too long to fit in the super chat.
Yeah, that too. Because otherwise we lose you. As you can look, we've got a plethora of things out there, and the only person who's reading them is my daughter.
The disembodied voice back here.
Yeah, that one. Okay, and
also just keep in mind we answer questions in the order that they come.
Yeah, we always do that, except for the super chat. We answer those questions, but other than that, they do come first serve, first come, first serve.
Yeah.
All right.
Helen C says hello.
Hi, Helen.
Mimi asks, how does Dario feel about me now?
Basically, he says he likes you well enough, and that's about all he said. Honestly, he didn't go into any comments or anything. It was simply, and I did ask a couple of times. It was simply, I like her well enough. Okay.
Jenny Jones says hello.
Hi, Jenny.
ZZ asks, am I pregnant?
I don't believe you are. At least I got a distinct no. So if you are, you're probably not. It's probably not going to stay. So yeah, I would, of course, don't take my word for it. Go get a pregnancy test and find out for sure. That is something that is rather important to know.
Yeah, that's what the Polynesian princess suggested as well.
Yeah, this Polynesian princess is a very wise lady.
Karen McClay says, morning, ladies. Hope you are well. Helen C. asks, I would like to know if Ramon ever wanted to buy a home with my aunt.
Ramon,
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Basically, he said he thought about it seriously, but these are his words. I thought about it seriously, but I got cold feet. He thinks the aunt is a very wonderful lady. He's just not 100% sure that he's a wonderful guy. And that makes sense. As he's not 100% sure that he can. That he was literally in his mind. He's not 100% sure he was good. He's good enough. Okay. So if your aunt is feeling hurt because of his actions, tell her not to look inside, but to acknowledge that it's very likely it's not her, it is him. And when they say it's not you, it's me, believe them. It usually is them. Okay. Good luck.
The Empress C says, I'm so nervous. Love you so much. Love you much.
Yeah. Do go get tested.
Polynesian Princess says, hello, Elisha. Great to see you. Danielle Penna asks, does Anthony want a hard commitment with me?
Well, this is what I got. He said yes, but at the same time, the energy of fear rolling off, scaredness, not fear, terror rolling off him was almost palatable. So I do believe he would like to. He's just not sure about, I guess for him, it would be a lifetime. In his mind, it would be a lifetime commitment. And it's a huge commitment. But he said yes, he would like to. Be patient with this. If you're interested in him, if you go into it, don't go into it as simply, yeah, if it works, it works. Go into it knowing that he will put a full commitment into it if he gets enough courage up to do it, because the fear was astounding. And with he asks you for a deeper commitment, he overcame a great deal to do it. Good luck on that. He seems like he's a nice young, Anthony seems like he's okay.
Every time I hear Anthony, I think Anthony Denozo from NCIS.
Yeah, and I go to
Anthony and Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another one. But Denozo, that always gets me. Lily Guild asks, hey, who are my spirit guides?
Well, you have a few, actually. Everybody has between 3 to 5. Is standard. I'll give you one if you don't mind. So one of them presents himself forward to me, and it is a male, very definitely a male, very strong energy, masculine energy. And then what he says to me is, he came with you to this earth, and basically it's stating that you're really not from Earth originally. None of us are, honestly, but none of us are, honestly. But where you come from, he's sort of dark, but not like somebody from Africa. It's more of a purpley hue, and he's quite handsome in human terms. And the way he's dressed would denote a high level of, you've attained a high level in the energies. It appears that you have behind you a lot of knowledge that you haven't necessarily tapped into yet, and you're going to be tapping into it very quickly. So hang on to your hair or your hat, whichever you wear the most, because there's a lot of things coming to you, a lot of knowledge. So when you get this really strange knowings, don't toss them out the window, okay? Because you're remembering, and it's not going to be what you expect, because it comes from another energy level. And another energy level does not necessarily have the same rules and expectations as the one we're just leaving. And I think his name is Terza. Terzah. Terza. So you can ask Terza more questions. You need to sit still. You need to you ask the question, sit still, like you're in a conversation sitting across the table from somebody. You sit still. You have your say. You sit still and listen to what they say. Okay? Good luck. And I guess we have a Chandra.
Yeah, it's just payment for a second question, so we'll get to it when.
Well, we have to get to it before the end, but yeah.
Yeah, when we get to it.
All right.
Malipala says, "Hi, Elisha and Elle. Hello." Chandra Walker says, "Happy winter solstice. Is there any new love coming my way in 2020?"
I get a strong yes for that.
Next one.
Something around Chinese New Year's. And for me, the Chinese New Year's is a very important celebration.
It's the 23rd of January.
Really? It's early this year. So around the 23rd of January this year, Chinese New Year, which actually lasts a week or a month. At least the celebrations do. So look for around that time. Okay?
It's a celebration. It's more of a celebration than birthdays are because the new year happens once a year and birthdays happen every year. I don't know. Anyhow.
Okay.
Lori Dotson.
Hey, Lori.
Says, "Welcome back, lovelies. LOL. Sure did miss you, ladies. Sending love and light to you and yours."
Thank you.
Gabby McMaster says, "Hello, ladies. Wondering what messages my guides and angels have for me."
So they're singing. I gotta say, I'm lucky so far. I haven't heard too many Christmas carols, but they're singing a Christmas carol. And it's Hallelujah, which is not really a Christmas, I guess, Hallelujah chorus.
Not really.
But they're singing something you've done really wonderful. They're really proud of you. And congratulations. And somebody in your group says, you thought you would never be able to do it, but they knew you could. So they're very, very pleased for what you've just accomplished or about to accomplish, or maybe you don't even know you're going to accomplish it, but you have, basically it's in the bag. Good luck and have fun with that. And they do say Merry Christmas to you.
Teresa E. asks, "Will I ever get my things back from my immediate family?"
Teresa?
Teresa.
Honest to God, my feeling is it may happen, but not for a long time. Make peace with letting it go because things are just things. And go start making new memories. And it's quite easy to do. I've rebuilt my house 4 or 5 times from scratch. And I have way too much stuff. It's it's only the memories that you're losing, and don't hold on to the fact that they're being nasty. Let go of that, and if you can let go of that, the chances are you will get your stuff back. But it really is holding on to and I can feel it in your stomach, hanging on there. You're going to give yourself an ulcer. Don't hang on to it. Let it go. Breathe through it. Scream at the universe. You don't give a flying whatever about it, but mean it. So let it go. But it's all right to get angry. Get angry. Let it go. All
Throw
right.
darts at people's faces. Not the real faces. Not actual like people faces, but like at pictures.
Get a picture, scan the picture, put it up, throw darts at it. And tell them exactly what you feel about them, each dart you throw at them. Let go of the anger, don't hold on to it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And sometimes you have to really do it physically. Okay? But don't let go of it. There is nothing that you have in your physical life that's important.
Just don't physically throw darts at
Ever.
their physical person.
Ever. But don't even throw it at a picture. Scan it, throw it, or even get one that's scanned, cut it up like that. Allow your anger to be released, even if it takes you physical actions to do it. But please don't hang on to it.
Or
it's
tape
not
a face
worth
onto
it.
a punching bag or a pillow.
Yeah, but don't hang on to it. Really, I can feel your stomach. It hurts.
Jenny Jones asks, "Hello, will Moses and BP let me stay at the new apartment?"
I'm sorry. When you said Moses, I just thought of the parting of the sea. I bad. Moses and who?
BP. For that one, all I think is Boston Pizza.
We're bad today.
It's what you get when we don't get you for a week.
Yeah, and the reason we're doing it today is tomorrow I will not be home at all. I have a
super busy.
Super busy, yeah. Hang on. I believe they will. Just don't make it a long-term commitment because they feel like there's something. It feels like Moses and BP have something they want. Something. I think they kind of like the privacy. Okay, they like they like their own space. So the chances are, yes, I don't feel that's a problem, but it won't. I don't think it's a long-term solution. Okay.
Just real quick, Karen McClay. Yes, I did do the horse behind my mom's head.
This one was one of her very first ones.
It's not really a painting. It's a computer-generated picture. I mean, it's painted, but on the computer.
Yeah.
But thank you.
I like it. I asked for it.
Yeah, specifically. I have it in a couple of different pictures or colors. Gold, gray and blue, orange and gray.
The best one is the dragon, though.
Yeah. Anyhow, thank you very much. Malapala asks, what is Gemini thinking and feeling after the long discussion we had about our relationship?
Actually, quite a bit of relief. There's things that you cleared up that he was questioning or wanting to know the answer to. And now it feels almost like he's itching to move forward in your relationship. I don't know if he's actually done that, but it feels like he's yeah, let's go. Let's get to the next stage now. Now that he has a lot of fears. He seems like a nice guy, but he does seem to he seems to hang on to a lot of old fears from other not lifetimes, other relationships, and expects his relationships now to be similar. So at the moment, I do believe he's a little excited to be moving forward with you. And also has a lot of respect for you because you told him this is how it is. Or you were very not, you weren't beating him up so much, but you were, this is how it is. And he respected that.
You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Kimberly C asks, if my Gemini reaches out and I reject him, will he get upset or insist that I be in his life? Thank you.
You have the right to say no regardless. And if you don't know this by now, it is time that you realize, yes, you do have the right. You can get restraining orders if it's necessary. If you're looking for him to pursue you, and that might not be the best tactic or best way to do it. So And I think you have it right. But restraining orders, if you're afraid, and he cannot insist you do anything. He doesn't have the right. And honestly, if you're afraid of him, then you do not want to go back and go live somewhere else for a couple of days. Your mother's home, your girlfriend's home. Just don't advertise that you're somewhere else, and turn off your phone. Okay.
Abby Roberts asks, "Happy holidays. I hope your plumbing issue was resolved."
Yes, it was, and two really cute guys came to clear it up too.
One with an accent.
One with a great accent. Yeah, and they were very nice gentlemen. I very much appreciated it, and now I just have to wait for the bill.
She asks, do you see my past over lover? Do you see past over loved one? Do any of my past over loved ones have messages for me?
Oh, okay, sorry. That makes sense. I'm going, what?
My brain does not want to function today.
Okay. Yeah. Any past over loves? Mostly they just want, it's very interesting. Most of them just want to let you know that everything's fine with them. They're doing well. And it seems to be a big thing to wish you a happy Christmas. Or more like season's tidings. It seems to be a big celebration on the other side. Not just for people who were raised Christian, but for everybody. See, on the other side, they don't care if you're Christian or Jewish or Sikh or Muslim. For them, it's just, oh, great, a celebration. And there aren't any over there, at least not where your group is, that are any specific religion. So right now it's a very holy time, which means joy, and they want to spread it out to you. They want you to pick up on how they're feeling and bring it into your energy. Okay.
Kimberly C asks, by the way, I'm glad the plumbing went well in your house.
Me too.
Thank you.
And it didn't take very long when they found it.
About an hour?
Approximately. Not very long at all for them to fix it. Like I said, they were two very nice, good-looking young men, and they were very efficient.
Yeah, I wasn't here. I had one of our dogs has social anxiety, so I took all three of them out for a car ride.
Well, Jelly Bean and Lily would have been up in their faces otherwise.
Kissing them like crazy.
And I don't think they would appreciate that.
Well, one of them was not very comfortable with dogs.
No, the other guy loved them.
Yeah. But yeah, anyhow, the Polynesian princess says, I have good news. Me and Cameron have reconciled.
Congratulations. I'm really glad.
We might be meeting on Christmas or Christmas Eve. How do you see this going? Thank you for your time as always.
I'm really pleased about that. I didn't think that what you thought transpired had transpired. And I do. One thing I've noticed, and this is for everybody, when you become agitated and you send out messages agitated, that immediately puts the other person's back up, and they'll say things that they don't really mean. At the moment, he's very much caring for you. He's excited about the prospect. And he's very impressed that you stuck through all the things that have gone on and basically stayed with him. That's not answering your question, I know. I am actually getting to it. At this moment, he's very much looking forward to that event. And plans to try and make it a memorable event, if that helps.
I think so. Moonfeather asks, "Hi, ladies. I hope you're having a good day."
Actually, it's a good day. Thank you.
The last 3 years, I randomly smell a male cologne that reminds me of a shaman. Is there anything you can pick up about it, please, and thank you?
A shaman.
Spirit guide.
Yeah, no, I know. So it's put there for your attention. This particular shaman feels that this is a path you should follow. That's, again, it's your choice, not theirs. You have done this path in the past and you're extremely good at it. It would be second nature for you to be able to do everything that's presented to you. If you're interested, say yes. And the opportunities to learn will be presented to you. And in your case, it will be remembered, will be presented to you. You will probably not have a formal shaman education. You'll be given this information, then you'll be given this information, and then this information. And because you're remembering, it will fall into place, and you will just find yourself like muscle memory, doing things the way you're supposed to do it. You will also bring stuff from here in that is brand new, and you will probably shortcut a lot of it. So instead of as much ceremony, and ceremony has its place, it has a great deal of place, but you will shortcut a lot of the ceremony and get to the nitty-gritty faster. Good luck. It sounds exciting, actually, and I would love to hear more about that if you ever feel like letting me know.
Alicia P98 asks, "Hey, hello. What does Justin think about the last message I've sent him?"
Confused, scratching his head, not sure how to take it. I do believe he will want to sit back and analyze it. He seems like he's a very big mind thinker. He doesn't go with his gut, or pardon me, he doesn't go with his heart as well as he has a tendency to overthink. Definitely intrigued. Okay.
Miriam M asks, "Can you please let me know any spiritual messages for me?"
Thank you. Okay, your guides are really funny. Again, like I said, on the other side, it's a big celebration time, and your guides are also singing, and I do get a lot of guides singing, don't know why. Not just today, all the time, but there's a "deck the halls with boughs of holly," and it's like they're handing you an eggnog, or it's in a cup, and I can't actually see what it is. And they want you to be of good cheer. And being of good cheer doesn't mean you have to be around people who are like-minded. It means you do it from the inside. And and uh, and and it's not the people you're around, and I know that's what everybody says. Christmas is about people, but it isn't this year. It's about you. It's about you loving you and being happy with you and enjoying the energy of the time, not the energy of, oh my God, I haven't got enough presents. Oh my God, I have to cut in front of this person because I'm so stressed when driving. It's the pure energy. So tap into your guides on the other side because they don't have the stress, and pull that energy into you and enjoy and drink that metaphorical eggnog, because it will give you that sense of joie de vie, the joy of being alive. And that is the essence of this season, being in joy for the energy, not for particular people, or not feeling sorry because I'm not with the people I love. Just in general, the joy of the season. Pull it in, enjoy it, and don't fret about things that you have no control over. Control the things, but allow yourself to be in the energy of that which you can love and enjoy. Did that make any sense? I know exactly what I meant. Well, hopefully that made a little bit of sense to somebody out there. But basically, it's being in joy for yourself.
Carrie McClay asks, why am I so hooked and fascinated with missing person cases?
Interesting. That's a cool question. Past life, England, probably Edwardian or maybe Victorian, I guess more Victorian times. You were an inspector in the Scotland Yard, and you were ferocious. That's not the right word.
Eager?
Not eager. It's like you never let go. You get a case and you went at it until you got the answer. And that's a bleed through from that lifetime. And I would recommend that you sit down and allow yourself to write a story. Write his story. It's a him. It's male energy. And it might be worth putting it on. It might end up being a really good story that you can put on and be an indie writer.
Yeah. You could do a blog, or Amazon has offers self-publishing.
Yeah, Amazon. That's where I get most of my books. Is from Amazon. I prefer indie writers as a general rule. And some of the indie writers become mainstream writers very quickly. But I do think this is something that you have an ability to tap into, and write your own stories. He seems he's very the inspector. I want to keep saying Inspector General, but I don't know if that's quite true.
I think that is a proper term.
Okay, so he's single-minded in this respect, and I think it had to do with the fact that he had a little sister that went missing, and when he was young, and that's what made him so tigerish and going after it. Okay, good luck. Have fun with that.
On a side note, every time you say Inspector, I go, Inspector Gadget. I don't know if it's just because of Disney Plus, or that they're thinking of doing another live action Inspector Gadget movie or what?
I don't know. I grew up with Inspector Gadget, and I think he's hilarious. But yeah, let's move on.
Gazi Sue asks, "Hello, glad to catch you live. I sure appreciate you guys. I'm just curious about what my guides guides want me to know. I've been staying open to that door and healing ability. Feels so close."
Yeah, and I think stop thinking about it. Just keep on going on with your life. The healing ability, it's going to trickle in. It's not going to go slam in your face. Well, it might, but not until you've got already a fair amount of it. And it's really close. You're right. I can see it. And on the other side, it's like, oh my God. And it's a different energy level completely. And I do think you're going to find it's going to be very soon. Because I see it's almost like the door just opened right this moment and a big wash of gold light came through. Let me know what happened. I would love to know if I'm seeing what's going to happen or it just did. But I can feel in my hands, I can feel the energy just popping right now. Good luck on that. So there's different colors of healing. There's and for you, I'm speaking specifically for you, silver, gold, pink, blues, and each color will have a specific healing ability. Go touch a plant or something and see what happens. And with your palms are right there, go heal a plant. Go imagine energy going into the plant, or your dog, or cat, or an old grandmother that's living in your house, or your mom. Anybody with a little bit of arthritis, and with your little bit older, like over 50, somebody's got some kind of pain, guaranteed. Go see what happens. I would love to hear if it's happening right this moment, or it's just something that's coming really quick.
Ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Felicia asks, "Can you tell me, do you see me in a new job before the year is over? Thanks."
Might be a new job, but at this time of year, it's more likely that it will be pushed over, and yes, but pushed back a little bit and pushed back a little bit. So whether it's this year or next year, it's very close. And it's just this time of year, so much is happening. People kind of have a tendency to get scatterbrained. So the potential is yes, very soon. And probably, what's the day? It's the 18th? 19th. We've got what, 10, 11 days, 12 days before New Year? And a lot of those are holidays. The chances are it's going to happen very shortly, but probably within the next 15 days rather than 12. Or 20 days rather than 12. But it's coming. Okay.
Eagle Frisk asks, "Hi, I'm worried about my marriage. Me and my husband, we've not been talking for a couple weeks. Can you tell me what is going on? Thank you so much."
He feels really hurt. Feels like he's putting up a shell of anger so that he doesn't have to deal with the truth. And the truth is he's not strong enough on his own to face the consequences. And he's feeling really hurt and in pain. He's a bit of a victim. If you can get a minister or priest or a therapist, a marriage counselor, to sit down and talk with you so that he can voice his thoughts and you can voice your thoughts. He's very afraid that he's going to be really hurt by the thinking, the thought processes that will be going on. And unfortunately, he's not equipped to handle emotions. He's very good at handling anger because that's not a true emotion. That's a reaction. But the emotion of, well, we need to, and you can't point fingers at him. You can't go, you did this, you did this. You have to go, I would prefer that this is how we live our life together. I would like us to be able to sit down at the supper table together and have a quiet evening. We can do this by not talking, but as long as we're companionable. You know, you can't go finger pointing because that's not going to work. You have to give him the way you would prefer it to be rather than the way it is. I would like us to go to bed at the same time each night so that we share that time together instead of, I'm going to bed, see you in the morning. If that makes sense. So you want to couch everything in very positive terms, how you would like it, not how you've been done wrong. You know how you've been done wrong. That is entirely, and this is my own thinking. It's not other people's thinking. That is yours to deal with. Yes, you do need closure. But sometimes the best closure is going inside and saying, I see why it hurts. I understand why he hurts from this. I understand why I hurt from this. Do I want to own it anymore? And allow it to go. Allow it to pass over. All right. And then from the point of neutrality or okay, I understand this. I'm no longer hurt by it. Let's move forward. Okay, good luck with that.
Danielle Penna says, thank you, Elisha and L. Lily Guild, Chandra Walker asks with $7 super chat. I asked my question earlier in sending money your way. May you ask your spirit guides about a new love coming? Oh, it's the same question.
Oh, okay. And I said there was, didn't
I? Yeah. So I apologize. I thought I misread the question earlier. Earlier. Lily Guild says he's the guy from the dream I had when I was 7.
Huh. So he's been with you many lifetimes. I would say yes, but tell them at the same time, I am me, you're you. Don't cross barriers. Because he can be, I think, a little bit pushy. All right, it's just like in the lore, you have to have permission to step across. Don't give him the permission to step across. Give him permission to give you information.
Yasmin Fox asks, hi, will I find a job soon?
Possibility is that you will find one probably from the middle of January forward. Because when I asked soon, it said no, but close. And so I'm thinking within a month, it's soon, but January 15th is no longer close. So it's coming. It's not far away. And I can be wrong. It could be sooner than the 15th. And I'm hoping for your sake it is. There will be a lot of probably the first 10 days, a lot of just getting back on track from the holidays. And then they'll start looking for people for new jobs. I do believe there's a job coming that is exactly fit for you at this time. None of the jobs you're going to do are going to be exactly perfect for a while, because you're being groomed to do something totally different than what you anticipate. I'm not sure how long this will take, maybe 2-3 years, maybe 2-3 months, but you're going to move into something different in the next few years that you will be very excited about. All right.
Maria Herrera says hello.
Hi, we have 4 minutes left.
Yeah. Gabby McMaster says, thank you so much. Love you, ladies. Lori Dotson says, I just love hanging out in your energy, Elisha and Al. I don't have any questions. I use nunchucks to help to feel better after all this shit fest. LOL.
It has been lately, hasn't it?
By the way, the dragon mirror is done. I'm almost done with a gift for Al.
Oh.
You will be surprised. I will be shipping them out next week after Christmas.
Sounds perfect.
And thank you.
Definitely.
Mali Pali says, thank you, Elisha and L. Maria Herrera asks, hi, are any messages from my deceased father? Thank you.
Father?
Father.
Okay. So your father says, and let me get this clearer. He says some. I almost have it clear, and then it slides away. Basically, it's greetings to my darling daughter. And he's got a twinkle in his eye, and he suggests, this is really strange, he suggests that you get a Christmas ornament. And it looks like it's a homemade ornament. And he's suggesting that you make a couple of homemade ornaments to put on your Christmas tree. And he says to dedicate it to your mother and I. And tell your son a few stories, Christmas stories, I think, about your mother and your father. And maybe stories about where you came from. Not necessarily about your family, but stories that come from your homeland, for the land you grew up, you were born in, or your family was born from. And he says to make it a festive year. And he's showing us a feast. So I guess Christmas is a time to eat, because he's showing us a feast. He says, don't put it on half the table, put it on the full table. And hopefully that makes sense to you. But the food looks really good. And empanadas and things like that. That's what I would call them anyhow. I love those. Okay.
Tamales.
Yeah. Well, tamales extremely hard to, I suspect they're hard to make in North America.
Yeah. But
because of getting the stuff, but
they're still delicious.
Good. This looks more like baked goods, but yeah, I love tamales.
Oh, we're buffing.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock in.
No, we're not. Never mind.
Okay. Anyhow, we're just about done.
Yeah. Debbie says, hello, Elisha and Elle, and everyone else. Hello.
Hi.
Sandy G asks, hello, what do my spirit guides want to tell me that I seem to be missing?
You missed something that was rather important, I think. And I think it's because you chose to ignore it rather than that you missed it. And your guides are saying it's really obvious. Just pay attention. It's really important. So go back, think over what's happened the last few days. That which you sort of said, no, that couldn't possibly be true, and shoved aside, bring it back, look at it, own it. It's yours. It's a gift from the universe. And they and they're saying, oh, thank God that you asked this question. So there's something that you've been given already that you've ignored because you don't think it could possibly be true. So the little thought that came in, he said, yeah, no, I don't think so. Go back and look at it. And again, your guides are saying happy seasons. As I said, they don't care. It's a very spiritual time it's time for them over here. And I'm not over there with them, so over there. And they want to share it with everybody. They want all the guides, they want you to tune into them so they can share the energy back into your lives, into your earth present. Doesn't matter if you're with people or are on your own. It only matters that that you feel the immense amount of love coming into the universe, the earth plane at this moment. All right.
So we have 2 more questions.
Sure, as long as no more than 2.
Yeah,
because
Yeah, I gotcha. Miriam says thank you. Laura Dawson says Sherlock Holmes, LOL. Karen McClay says interesting. Thank you. Go gadget neck.
I like the phone and the boot in the boot.
Cassie Sue says I'm so excited. I did a session the other day and it felt like my hands went through her body. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
B. Airless says, hi, ladies. Hope things are back to normal now with the plumbing and stuffs.
Pretty close.
Jennifer Jolly asks, hello, will you read for me, please?
Jennifer?
Yeah, Jennifer Jolly.
I'm going to go to your guides because the guides have got really good energy right now. And you don't call on them enough. They're going, what? Us? And they're excited. So call on them more often. Dust them off. They look like they could be. They look like I could take a duster to them and shake the dust off them. Yeah. So call on them. Ask them for help daily. This free will universe. They cannot help you unless you ask. Ask when you wake up in the morning. Ask when you go to bed at night. Ask at lunchtime. Ask, and something new comes along. Ask.
And sometimes they just have good conversation.
And so, yeah. Well, Elle's she's a chatterbox, but
she's a horny chatterbox.
No, I'm not talking about.
Not that one.
I'm talking about you. You like to talk to your guides, and you grew up talking to your guides, right? But yeah, just talk. And like I said, listen. It's like you're sitting at a dinner table or a table having a cup of coffee or tea, and you say something, then you sit and listen and get a feeling, a knowing, oh yeah, gosh, that makes sense. It may sound just like your own voice, but it will take a while, if you're not used to it, for you to realize it's not your voice. There will be subtle differences at first, then there'll be bigger differences. Then you'll go, that's a guy's voice, or that's a woman's voice, and it doesn't sound like me. Okay, so pay attention. Start talking to your guides more often. And honestly, it's how people at this time of the year often are very, very lonely. You talk to your guides. They can be very sympathetic, but more than that, they are there with you, so you are not alone, literally. And yes, it's nice to have the physical touch, but it's not necessary if you open your heart to receive the energy. And it's kind of important. Question. I didn't realize that until today, till just now, but it's very important to open up your energy and receive the energy of the love energy that's coming in to this universe right now.
And also, depending on how close to your guides you are, their touch can feel very physical at times.
That's true. Her Luna uses her tail to good advantage, and I have ducked more than once. So if you feel like ducking, do so. If you want a guide that is a dragon, and doesn't, the idea of having a dragon guide doesn't scare the bejesus out of you, and they're a great deal of fun. They really are, and they are great protectors. Just call one in. But don't forget them, because they don't like being forgotten.
They won't let you forget them.
Yeah. So if you and they're lots of fun. They just to sit there and talk, or sometimes you say, "Hey, I'd like to go for a ride up in the air," and you can sit on them and you can feel the breeze against your cheek.
Or sometimes when
they won't let you fall either.
No. And sometimes when you're just feeling blue and sad, they will, you know how horses will like sometimes nuzzle your face and stuff. They will do that. You can feel their muzzle against your head and just go, I'm here for you.
Or you can sit on their great big leg and pull that little that whatever it is that hangs down. You know, the thing that hangs down? It's like a flesh that hangs down.
Oh, like the beard.
Like sort of like a beard, and you can hang on to that.
But that also depends on what type of dragon you have.
That's true.
Because not all dragons are built equally.
That's true. There's lung dragons, there's European dragons.
Then you get the frost dragons.
And frost dragons are fun, but they're a little chilly. At least I find when they're around, I get a little chilly.
We get visited by frost dragons once a year.
Yeah, but they're really great.
It's called snow.
Yeah, but they're really great for frost dragons. They're really great for cooling down the energy too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I apologize, Tanya, but we should be back maybe later today.
Is she the last one?
No. B. Erla would be our last one.
Okay.
I'm just telling her we'll be back later today.
We will be.
If you would like to remind us that you were here for the fire weekly. Yeah,
it will be. Next one will be Earth.
We will. I will read your question first as soon as I see it.
It's just that it was getting to be an hour and a half each time.
And it's taxing, and it makes our days long and exhausting.
And I fall into bed at 8:00 and I can't move.
Yeah.
So I do need to stop.
So one last question, which B. Erla asks, may I know how my mentor Franz thinks about me and my recital graduation recital yesterday? Thank you so much, dear Eliz-sha and Elle.
Overall, he thinks it's very good. There's a few technical things that he'd like to talk to you about. One of them is something that you historically keep messing up, and that's the wrong word. I don't know another word. It's not the word he would use, but it's something that historically you have had the same problem over and over again. And he's trying to think of a way to explain it, teach it, to correct that particular, and it's not a huge flaw. And he was delighted with the audience, how they reacted to your performance. Overall, he gives it a, this sign, but there are a few things he would like to talk over with you. And please be open to it, because They're tiny things, but they will make a huge difference in how it might be presentation, how you present yourself, or might be how you deal with anxiety. I'm not sure. It's not something so, it's not anything huge, but he's thinking hard, basically. And I think he's thinking hard in ways that he can help you. Okay.
And Lori Dawson said, or no, Maria Herrera says, thank you so very much for that message. Yes, he is. He likes to eat a lot for Christmas. He broke his diet for diabetes. Sandy G says, thank you. Lori Dotson says, thank you for being here for us. So nice having you in my day. She adds, yes, my dragon rocks. And that's it. I can call it.
All right. I'm going to call it then. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the questions. I truly enjoyed the questions today. Namaste. Namasko.
And ring the bell for notifications, guys.
We'll be back.
Bye.